Hello, I am Joey Scott,
And I'm Mr. Talkin.
and welcome to Entertainment Review. And today we will be arguing the best fictional teachers. Round one is Mr. Miyagi versus Yoda. Mr. Miyagi is a better teacher because he teaches a guy karate in like a week and ends up letting him win a tournament.
It's not like a week, it's like months. He does so many chores around that place that he like rebuilds the whole place.
But that's later on in the different movies. It's continued
That's
in like
the first
second
one.
But isn't
That's
it
all the
continued in
first
the
one.
second one?
Well, it is, but that's all the first one. But Yoda, I mean, like Daniel doesn't really learn the lessons all that well. He learns like the physical, like the actual karate, but like Yoda's trying to teach Luke so much more. He's teaching him sort of the philosophy of the Force, and like there's a lot more. I mean, they're both very hands-on, but like he's got like the cool area you can go into in the darkness, and you have to face off against the version of Vader. Like he's got to face his own fears in a way that Daniel just doesn't have to, and that's all stuff that like Yoda brings to this because of his connection to the Force.
But like Mr. Miyagi comes back and helps Daniel beat his bully that took all his money. So, I mean, and then he
Kills Vader.
His-
Well, actually, he
his
doesn't
father.
kill Vader, but he defeats Vader in a sense. In fact, the thing with Luke is he doesn't have to kill Vader. Like he literally fights him to a tie, and then says, "No, I'm going to practice the use of the Force." Like Miyagi teaches non-violence too, but Daniel actually has to commit violence to defeat his opponent. Luke goes beyond that and actually refuses to commit violence to defeat his father.
Okay, so we're gonna do.
Two is Mr. Uwe versus Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World.
So Master Oogway is a better teacher because he teaches Shifu and Poe and a ton of other students, like the Cat one and the I haven't seen this movie in years. And he taught 5 other students and Poe, which is a lot.
Yeah. So you can hang.
See, Mr. Feeney, I feel like out of this bracket, he is my probably number 1 seed, so I'm just not buying it. Like, Mr. Feeney
get out,
is
camera.
like the teacher of a whole generation. He teaches everything from, he teaches in the classroom, but he's there for, his name Corey, I forget the kid's name. He's there for Corey, like, at every moment of his life, teaching him the whole way. And he's this very inspirational character. I mean, you just have to look on, like, if you do a YouTube search for, like, great lines from Mr. Feeney, like, everything about him. He's teaching life lessons on a level that like puts him, in my mind, at least as far as a teacher, ahead of even Yoda and all the other ones that we've got on our list here. Like Mr. Feeney is the guy. He is so inspirational and is there for these kids at their highest and their lowest, building them up, doing exactly what a teacher should do. So
Master Oogway doesn't just teach Poe Kung Fu. He also teaches him life lessons, and he even comes back in the 3rd movie and helped from beyond the grave.
okay, Mr. Feeney does not die and come back from beyond the grave. But if that is our definition of being a good teacher, then you are correct. You win.
No. Like no.